So, Alyssa, are we okay to have you call roll?
Sure. Carrie's the only other person who said she'd be there, but we can go ahead and call roll and get going.
All right, then I will call to order the meeting of the Early Learning Council for December 14th. And welcome everybody. Thank you, council members and staff, for getting on wherever you are. I'll ask Alyssa to call roll, and then we will see who else is on the phone. So Alyssa, thank you.
All right. Sue Miller.
Here.
Harriet Adair. Martha Brooks.
Here.
Janet Doherty Smith.
Here.
Lee Thorne Ladd.
Here.
Nalda Dodson.
Here.
We have Charles McGee. Okay. Shauna Rodriguez. Present. Eva Repito.
Here.
Lynn Saxton is excused. Carrie Talhofer. Okay. Clyde Psyche is excused. Bobby Weber.
Here.
Salam Noor is excused. And David Mandel.
Here. Great. All right. Thank you, Alyssa. So we do have a quorum. Is there anybody else on the phone? Staff, could you identify yourselves? And then if there's anyone from the public, we'd love to hear from you.
Lisa Pinero, Policy Analyst with the Early Learning Division.
All right. Is there anyone else on the phone and anyone from the public?
Hi, my name is Rachel Lawrence. I'm the Program Director for SMART, Start Making a Reader Today.
All right. Welcome, Rachel.
Thank you.
Anyone else on the phone? Okay. Let's move forward then. As you know, the action item on our agenda today is to adopt the Central Background Registry rules. We have been reviewing these for a couple of months, and we've had our Child Care and Education Committee reviewing them even longer than that. So Bobby, as chair of that committee, are there any comments you would like to make as we move forward with this adoption?
I would just share that we received no public comment from we are acting now because the public comment period didn't close till Lisa, I believe, December 1st. And anyway, it closed, and so we have nothing new to add to the work that the council has already done.
All right. And you have obviously done extensive work, and the document was sent out to all of us and posted online. So
yes,
we can see that lots of red and lots of additional work. Any comments from council members as far as the rules are concerned?
I just have one clarifying question. It's not going to change the outcome of my vote or anything, but I had a question from an advocate. I couldn't remember the answer. They wanted to know if people's names are held separately from their fingerprints, you know, and only tied if something comes back with a criminal record that would prevent them from being allowed to have a license or work in a early learning childcare setting.
Well, I'm going to have Lisa answer it, but I want to be sure I understand the question.
Mm-hmm.
They're worried about, if it comes back and meets one of the criteria for denial, there's a whole process that
Right.
the person goes through.
Well, so that that they remain remain anonymous to the. It goes to the question, and maybe I'm not asking it properly, but it goes back to the discussion around undocumented childcare workers. How, is there a way that we're keeping?
Okay, so is the question, if somebody was denied, would their fingerprint information be sent to the immigration service? Is that the question?
Or do they remain anonymous until there's some sort of criminal connection that would warrant them being sent to?
This process doesn't have anything to do with the criminal justice or the immigration system.
Right.
Okay.
Separate.
So, Lisa, do you have any background to add?
Sorry, David, what?
I was just asking to see if Lisa had anything to add.
Oh, yeah.
I can possibly expand upon what Bobby just said. For the purposes of the criminal background checks to determine whether somebody is suitable to work or be associated with a child care center or facility or home, work in child care, there is no association with the criminal justice system. When the criminal background check is complete, irrespective of the outcome, the Oregon state law requires that the fingerprint cards be destroyed either by the Federal Bureau of Investigation or returned by the FBI to the Oregon State Police to be destroyed. So there's just no transmittal of those findings to any other agency.
And this is David. My understanding, this is also part of why every time there's a background check for whatever organization you're associated with, there's a new fingerprinting required.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so Eva, does that clarify for you?
I think so. So essentially, people's information is held anonymous to a certain degree. Not anonymous, I guess, but I think I can figure. I'll be able to explain it, and I can always point to this conversation too.
Yes, and this is being recorded, so I'm sure it'll be posted at some point.
This is Danelda. As I understand it, there's no connection to ICE.
Right.
That was the main point. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, good, correct. Any other questions or comments from Councilmember?
Terry, I've joined the call.
Oh, great. Hi, Terry. Thanks for getting on.
Thank you. Sorry, the snow distracted me.
Yes, it's okay. We understand. You're not alone. Any other comments or questions? If not, I would love a motion to adopt the rules as presented.
I don't know, is it appropriate that the committee recommends adoption? As a chair of the committee, I recommend adoption. I'm not sure of our process.
It seems to me that would be very appropriate, Bobby.
Okay, I move that the rules, the CBR rules, be adopted by the council.
Second.
I'll second.
Who seconded that?
That was
Danelda?
Kelly, but I
Or Carly, either one of us.
Okay.
2 seconds.
2 seconds. All right. It's been moved and then seconded that we approve these rules. Any further discussion? If not, those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And any objections? And any abstentions? All right. The Central Background Registry rules are adopted. Congratulations, Bobby and Lisa.
Thank you.
Moving forward. All right. The only other item on our agenda today, and it's really just information, no action, but sort of an update on the QRIS Spark Ad Hoc Advisory Committee, moving forward with, as you know, the council talked about this at our last meeting, inviting people to apply to be a part of that committee if they are interested. And so we just want to get that process moving. David, do you want to comment on that?
Yeah, I'll just sort of reiterate some of the framing from the council's October meeting. So I think what emerged out of the council was that the council itself really needs to own the shared quality principles across the work. And so we've launched that discussion, and those of council members who have not had a chance to submit their thoughts on quality principles still have an opportunity to do that. But it was also felt that it would be really important to, and staff also felt this way, to have a greater connection to the council throughout the process and an ad hoc committee to provide feedback to staff as they're working through the revision process to see if the work that is being done is hitting the target for those principles that the council is working on develop. So what we've presented to you is a recommendation for an ad hoc committee. What Alyssa and I would really hope that we could at least get approval today is to open up the public application process that we normally do for council committees so that we can start advertising, soliciting members of the public to submit applications to serve on that committee. That would then give us the opportunity to bring back a recommendation for actual committee membership at the council's January meeting. And Alyssa, is there anything to add on that process?
No, just one. If we get approval, then we will have the application posted in English, Spanish, and Russian.
All right, and that would go on our website, Alyssa?
Yes, that would be available on our website, and I can send the link to all of you as well if you would like to pass them on to any potential candidates as well.
That would be great.
Yep, I think that'd be a great idea, Alyssa. Thank you.
No problem.
So are there any questions about this process and moving forward as we discussed at our November meeting?
I have a question about. No, I have a question.
This is Kali.
Yeah. Who's chairing the committee?
That hasn't been determined yet. I know it's on the agenda, but that hasn't been decided yet.
Are we deciding today? Because it's on the agenda, I wasn't clear about that.
I don't think we need to make a decision today.
Right. Today, what we're trying to launch is making this application process public so that people know they can submit an application if they're interested in being on this ad hoc committee. And obviously, it's not going to be a standing forever committee. It will be focused on this revision process. So probably, I don't know how many months, David, 12?
I think we said 12 to 16, was sort of.
Okay.
But we'll hope to make sure that the work has the time, but is also moves forward.
Right. Right.
Okay, that's great. So because the agenda does say identify a committee chair and we're not going to do that, I guess I wonder what is the process of identifying a committee chair?
And that's sort of normally done by the council executive committee.
Okay. And Sue, is there someone picked out?
Well, I'm in preliminary conversations with Donalda. But
okay.
Donalda has not made a decision yet, and we don't want to put you on the spot, Donalda. So we don't, yes. So we're talking about it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, we haven't had our discussion yet. I mean, we're just talking about it.
Yes, one of those.
That's a good way.
CBD. So is there any disagreement with moving forward on this application process for the ad hoc committee? All right. Hearing none. Can you?
Well, I think that's what we need, so thank you.
You don't need a formal anything. Okay, Alyssa, go for it.
Great. I will get those application links out to you by Friday. They just need to be translated.
Great. Thank you for taking care of that. You're a wonderful communicator for all of us.
No problem.
Any other business to come before the council? No? All right. I guess it's just happy holidays to everybody, and we look forward to seeing you in January. And please get in your quality standards to Alyssa by the end of tomorrow. Okay? Thank you, everybody.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.